name be blessed. Could the world be about to turn? My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Of the past to the end of the age to be. Your very name puts the proud to shame, and to those who before you knew. You will show your might, put the strong to flight, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, and the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Not a stone will be left on stone. Let the king beware, for your justice tears every tyrant from his throne. The hungry poor shall weep no more, for the food they can never earn. There are tables spread, every mouth be fed, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Nations raise from age to age, but remember who holds us fast. God's mercy must deliver us from the conqueror's crushing grasp. This saving word that our forebears heard is the promise which holds us bound. So the spear and the rod can be crushed by God, who is turning the world around. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring. Let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn.
Happy Saturday, Evensong. It is so nice to get to be with you all tonight. I hope you had a really wonderful week and that you are settling into the weekend beautifully and doing some things that are really special and important for you. I have a lot of things that I want to tell you about. I'm really, really excited about a couple things that we have coming up. The first one is on Thursday at 5:30. We are going to art Zoom together. And so here are the things that you need. You need a paintbrush, you need watercolors, computer paper, or if you have watercolor paper, that's really amazing because it just absorbs the paint differently. And then a cup filled with water. I will send the Zoom link out later this week and we'll get on and I will share the painting that we are going to create together. And then we'll spend 30 minutes painting because as adults and sometimes kiddos too, if you have kiddos, they're invited, we just do not create enough. And I don't know when the last time you all watercolored is, but I think it's really fun and there's no such thing as bad art. So whether you think that you're good at it or not, this is a chance for us to just gather together and enjoy some time painting. The other thing is we are reading I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness, and I'm really excited about this. Austin Channing Brown is an incredible author and truth teller and she is speaking really incredible things into the world and has been for a couple years, probably longer than that, but I found her a couple years ago. So we're going to read this together. If you want to be a part of that, let us know in the chat, or shoot me an email. My email is jkloeppel@gostandandrew.com. That way I can round us all up, and we will dig into this, and we'll ask some really hard questions, and we will explore how we can be better in the world. So pick this book up. You can go to bookshop.org or Black Pearl. It's this incredible bookstore in Austin. And of course, Amazon has it in stock right now. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list the last 2 weeks, which is really exciting. But it's time, friends. We will start this in July, so grab it now. We are hosting Family Promise. I shared that last week. And so things that you can do for Family Promise are provide Walmart gift cards, or laundry detergent, or quarters if you have tons of quarters lying around. My kids went through jars and counted them up, and I bought their quarters off of them, but it was a good math lesson. So we are still collecting diapers. Our goal is 30,000 diapers between Mother's Day and Father's Day, and so if you have a chance to pick up size 4, 5, or 6 diapers, that's a great opportunity for you to help as well. We have lots of things going on. You can go to gostandandrew.com/resurrect to hear more, as always. Our question tonight is when was the last time you created something? So just thinking about how we're going to do watercolor this week, and there are people that are building and doing lots of other things in the summer. When was the last time you created something that you wanted to create? Not Excel sheets, not financial reports. If that's your jam, I love you for that. I don't understand it, but I love you for it. Peyton is my 9-year-old, is in Vermont right now with my mom and dad, and she built a garden box this week and got to use tools, and her whole face was like radiating joy and celebration because she built it. And so it was really special to see her get to do that, and that was something new. She's very creative, but tools in a garden box is something new. So I would love to hear what you're creating, and I hope that you're chatting with us tonight. A huge thank you to Justin and all of you that are contributing to worship every week. It is such a gift. And so now I just want to share with you for a couple minutes. A couple years ago, I was in Louisiana. We were in Shreveport, Louisiana on a mission trip, and with some middle schoolers. And there was this sweet little friend who got on the van, really hesitant to leave from Texas. And we pulled in, and we got to the church we were staying in, and he was still just really hesitant. And I put him on the van with me. And my vans were always a little high energy. I just liked to trap all the high energy kids in one space if I could. And he was not that. But they gave him the aux cord and let him play some music. And I know that they didn't love all the selections, but they listened to it for him. And when we pulled into the church, he wasn't sure who he was going to sleep next to or near. And I watched as some other people just showed up really beautifully for him. And then we started our missions. And this was just not something that I thought he was going to love, is this constant conversation piece and service of people in front of him, because he just didn't like being around people. And he would tell you that. And I watched each day as he slowly dug out, right? He slowly tried a little bit more. He slowly asked some more questions. And then on Thursday, it was the last day that they were working, he walked over to a piano and just started playing the piano while people ate. And this guy came over to him and sat down and started playing with them. And I watched them as they talked a little bit afterwards. And I walked over as we were leaving, and I said, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you for finding a place where you felt like you could give your best. I'm proud of you for trying every single day, even though I know you were uncomfortable. And I'm really proud of the relationships that you've built this week. And he looked at me and he said, this was the first week in my whole life that someone didn't give up on me. So thanks for not giving up on me. And I think that's really special, right? We all want to feel like somebody is going to cheer for us and not give up on us. And he is in his 20s now. And a couple weeks ago, I called to check in just because I hadn't heard from him in a while, and I haven't seen anything, and his mom posted something weird on Facebook, because sometimes moms post weird things on Facebook, and I called him and I just asked what was going on, and he just told me that he's really struggling. He's struggling at work. He's struggling being alone right now in quarantine. He's struggling with some drug use and some addiction, and we talked for a little bit, and I asked him if I could share this, so he knows that this is part of the conversation this week. But I said before the end, I said, what I need you to hear is that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for knowing that you're in a hard place. I'm proud of you for knowing that you're lonely. And he said, don't give up on me, Jen. Don't give up on me. And I have been thinking about that phone call ever since, for a lot of reasons, because I think there are so many moments where every single one of us are thinking, I really messed up, or I'm not good enough to be doing this, or I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know why I was given this role, or I don't think I can do this. And we need someone to look at us and say, I'm here, and we're not going to give up, and you can do this, right? We need cheerleaders, and part of making sure that we have people in our lives to do that is knowing how to say, please don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me. Please be here with me. And that takes vulnerability, and that takes honesty. And there's so much power in cries for help sometimes, right? And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at asking for help. I'm not good at acknowledging when I need help. And some of that is that I know that I need to raise my shame ceiling and my guilt ceiling so that I don't hit it so quickly when I know that I need help. And maybe that's you too. And I've had lots of conversations with several of you in the last couple weeks where you just said, dang, I'm so alone. This is so hard. And I just appreciate that you're willing to be honest about the place that you're in. I appreciate that you're willing to own how hard right now is. Because it is hard. This is just different. The world is just different right now, and it's okay to need help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, please don't give up on me, because you need to hear it. I think words of affirmation are so powerful. As a words of affirmation person, I get it. I get it. But God is always with us, and God continues to show up for us. And even when we don't see the light, and even when we aren't sure that anyone's there with us, I hope that you can find hope and you can find joy. It's been a part of my journey, right? To just know when I need to just say, please don't give up. I can't do this right now. And I know I'm not alone in naming that, but vulnerability is powerful. And so I appreciate that so many of you are willing to just own your feelings and own when you're just not in a good place, because we don't have to be perfect all the time. We don't have to feel great all the time. Someone said the other day, like, I don't know that it's good that my kids see me this upset, but this is just where I am right now. And I think that there's value in kids and adults seeing us when we're not our best selves, because it shows that we're human and we don't have it all together, and that's okay. And that's so counterintuitive to what at least I was taught growing up from teachers and leaders, and I know that for so many of you it is too, right? Like, we just pull up our boots and we keep going. But part of being vulnerable and building community is saying, I'm not okay. Please don't give up, because I'm working really hard to get to this other side, right? And knowing that people are going to show up for us because we show up and fight for each other, because we belong to each other. And so I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that there are always, always, always people that will show up and fight for you, because we belong together. And that's the incredible part of this community, is that, and I saw it this week, someone posted a prayer on the Evensong page, and you all just like rallied and said, we're praying for you, and here's how I'm praying for you. And there's beauty in that. And so take your vulnerability, take the parts of you that are thinking, I'm not okay today and I need help and I need somebody to say, I'm here with you, and be willing to share that with people that you know are going to receive it and are going to reflect encouragement and love back to you. And sometimes that's tough love, and that's really hard too, but that's part of showing up. And so the thing that I want you to remember this week is that we show up and fight for each other because we belong to each other. And we've seen it in the news cycle this week, like the celebrations and showing up. We saw it through the pandemic that's not over, just how nurses and first responders showed up for people. And we've seen it in the protests, and we've seen it with the pressure that I think the Supreme Court felt, and we see it in churches, right? When we're vulnerable with our community in churches, then we build stronger communities, and you all have done that beautifully. Evensong is the community that it is because of each and every one of you. And so here's what I want you to hear, the takeaways, because everyone has done takeaways, and so I felt like I've been missing out not doing takeaways for you. So the first one is it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to feel everything that you need to feel, and to have hard days and to not have a smile on your face. And that's a growth opportunity for me too, so we'll do it together. But it's okay to feel what you need to feel. The second one is that you are not alone. We will show up for you. We will fight for you because we belong to each other. And that's the beauty of community, is that we get to keep showing up. And the last one is that we are not giving up on you. And so if you feel like you're all by yourself, you are not alone. You have a God that loves you. You have a community that loves you. And so if you are thinking, please don't give up on me right now, we're not. We are cheering for you every step of the way. And you have a lot of us that are here ready to fight. So, Evensong family, I just hope that you know how deeply loved you are, how important you are, and how much you matter. You are not alone, and I cannot wait to squeeze every single one of you, hopefully soon. Will you all pray with me? God of justice, in your wisdom, you create all people in your image without exception. By your goodness, open our eyes to see the dignity, beauty, and worth of every human being. Open our minds to understand that all your children are one in Christ. Open our hearts to repent of racist attitudes, behaviors, and systems that demean others. Open our ears to hear the cries of those wounded by racial discrimination and their passionate appeals for change. Strengthen our resolve to make amends for past injustices and to right the wrongs of history. And fill us with courage to heal wounds, build bridges, and forgive and be forgiven, and establish equity and equality for all in our communities. Amen. Have a great week, friends. We'll see you Thursday to paint.
Stand on up. it's the same crimes. Always a problem if we do or don't fight and we die. We don't have the same right. What is a gun to a man that surrenders? What's it gonna take for someone to defend her? If we all agree that we're equal as people, then why can't we see what is evil? I can't breathe. You're taking my life from me. I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me? How do we cope when we don't love each other? Where is the hope and the empathy? How do we judge off the color the structure was made to make us the enemy? Praying for change cause the pain makes you tender. All of the names you refuse to remember, but somebody's brother, friend or son to a mother that's crying, saying, I can't breathe. You're taking my life from me. I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me? Anyone fight for me?
Trying times all the time. Destruction of minds, bodies, and human rights. Stripped of bloodlines, whipped and confined. This is the American pride. It's justifying a genocide, romanticizing the theft and bloodshed that made America the land of the free. To take a black life, land of the free, to bring a gun to a peaceful fight for civil rights. You are desensitized to pulling triggers on innocent lives because that's how we got here in the first place. These wounds sink deeper than the bullet your entitled hands could ever reach. Generations and generations of pain, fear, and anxiety. Equality is walking without intuition, saying the protector and the killer is wearing the same uniform. The revolution is not televised. Media perception is forced down the throats of closed minds, so it's lies in the headlines and generations of supremacy resulting in your ignorant, privileged eyes. We breathe the same and we bleed the same, but still we don't see the same. Be thankful we are God-fearing because we do not seek revenge, we seek justice. We are past fear, we are fed up eating your shit because you think your so-called black friend validates your wokeness and erases your racism. That kind of uncomfortable conversation is too hard for your trust fund pockets to swallow. To swallow the strange fruit hanging from my family tree because of your audacity to say all men are created equal in the eyes of God, but disparage a man based on the color of his skin. Do not say you do not see color. When you see us,